Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy King J, and today we have a special guest, from the UK, Hwoarang player, Mr. K Wiz. What's going on, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me. It's good. It's good to be here.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate. Thank you for coming on as well. I want to learn this character because I've seen this character being talked about quite a bit, and you know, I know you main this character and you've been doing well with the character. So yeah, I think first things first. Let me take off the rage, and then once I take off the rage, show me his key moves. What
Alright.
key moves does he have? Dan, these are the key moves that are not in stance. Just key moves that he has out of stance.
Wait, hold on. The parsec saying the host is doing something else right now. Hold on.
All right, should be.
There we go. There we go.
All right, nice. All right, so yeah, just show me the stuff that's in stance. No, without stance.
So when he's in regular stance, he has a few moves that I find are quite important. His down for one is quite nice. You see there it's -1 on block, which is very good to have on a down forward one. It used to be 0, but in season 3 they changed it because he got a new extension, down for 1 free, which is -2. And you can sort of throw this out. This is a really good rounding that people like to use because people still aren't used to the new string. They throw that out, and then most people try and jab it.
Yeah.
And even after that, you can still do back one, and that's going to evade quite a few things. And if they're not ready for that, that's going to be a really annoying thing. But obviously, back one being -14, just waiting them out there, you won't be dealing with too much.
Yeah.
Also, as well, it is probably his two most important tools, I think, in his neutral stance, or his down 3-4, which a lot of people know about, difficult to deal with, and his just frame skyrocket. Those are probably two of his big tools in those stances. So just frame skyrocket is now a completely safe mid launcher. In season 3.3, it used to be -10. Now it's -8, as you can see there, and that only really hurts Gigas and Jack because they were the only ones who could punish it in neutral all the time.
Yeah.
At the wall, most characters could punish it, but now no one can punish it at any point. It's still quite a linear option though. Quite easy to move around both sides if you're just walking, or especially characters with good movement, just step it. Like if I jab into it, see, I can't do it now. See, it's always when I say something, it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
So you see like that, quite linear. But if you space it right, if you time it right, it becomes a really, really strong tool. Another one that's very underused, I find this is forward 2. It's a move I don't see many people talk about or use very much, but I think is very good. It's only -2 on block, and on hit it's actually +9. And leaves him right foot forward. I think is one of his better stances, right foot forward.
Yeah.
And then there are setups you could do off that. Like a very common setup you see online is forward 2 into his right foot forward, back 4.
Yeah.
Because that high crushes. And now in season 3.3, this move is actually now a counter hit launcher, which is really crazy when you like if you just see. Oh wait, no, I have none of my bind set, so this can be difficult. Hold on.
Do you want me to move out of the way and then? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So just walk forward into it. I'll see. Almost. Alright. It now gives a full tailspin counter hit launcher, which I think is a bit overkill. I don't think he needed that because it's a high crushing counter hit launcher, and he has lots of setups that people try and jab check.
Yeah.
And that completely kills them. So, and then he just has some nice tools to have in regular stance. Like down for 1+2 is like a down forward one with a bit more range, -3 on block. His forward 1+2, nice count, 15 frame counter hit launcher. Back 4, high counter hit launcher, 13 frames. Like he is quite a lot of good moves in his neutral stance.
Nice. So now let's talk about the moves that transition into stance. What moves transitions into stance? Because we know that he's got the what's the name? Actually, name the stances that he has for me, please.
So he has obviously his neutral stance. He has right foot forward, right foot forward, left flamingo, and also right flamingo.
So how do you get into those stances?
So there are some manual transitions for most of the stance. Oh, he also has back turn stances as well. So he has his back turn, and then there's back turn, left foot forward and right foot forward. And to go into right foot forward, it's 3+4. To do back turn, it's 1+2. And then he can get into both flamingo stances in his regular stance. So if he's in regular stance, you just do forward 3. And that puts it into regular left flamingo. It's also a very good evasive tool as well, his forward 3. I don't know if you've seen it. It evades stuff like pieces, quarter circle, back 2 mix up just by doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he can also get into right flamingo by doing its forward, neutral, and then 4.
Ah, okay.
But that can be very unreliable, and most time you see that it's normally an accident. And then he also has moves to put him into stance. So like I showed earlier, down forward 1-3 will leave you in left flamingo. Obviously on block, he gives up his turn, so it's punishable basically on block, but there's a bit of a mix up behind it.
Yeah, but you could do back 1, you said. So if people press like jab or anything, you could do back 1, but then that leaves you minus 14.
Yeah, if they just sit and block it, but you know, lots of people won't be anticipating that, and they can just go for it.
Yeah.
If you want to get into right foot forward from a punish, from an 11 frame punish, he has 4 forward 4, which leaves you in right foot forward. He actually has 3 11 frame punishes. So he has his 4-3, which used to be the worst one, but they buffed its damage in season 3.3, making it kind of the best one because it does the most damage now and leaves you at +5. He also had 4-4, which left you in right flamingo at +10. But obviously +10, his jabs are 13 frames in flamingo, so it wasn't exactly like he had some kind of... there was nothing guaranteed at +10 in right flamingo.
So you couldn't get anything at all?
So if I did 4-4 into flamingo, there was nothing guaranteed.
Okay.
Because his fastest move in flamingo is 13 frame, his jab, I believe. So it's a lot of frame advantage, and you just basically take a right flamingo mix up from there.
Okay.
And then the one I really use the most, which used to be the best one, is 4 forward 4. And the reason I like 4 forward 4 is because it's actually +6 and leaves you in right foot forward. And I think right foot forward is one of Hwoarang's best stances. It's easy to do just from skyrocket in this stance. He has quite a few evasive moves from this stance, and you know, he has a lot of good frame traps as well. Down forward 4, like I think it's one of his best stances, and obviously it's the stance where he has access to backlash right foot forward.
Okay, yeah, no, this move is pretty annoying. I've seen people use this move a lot. Is it down forward 4? Yeah. And then they go into stance and then do the punch and the kick. How do I do that? The punch and the like roundhouse kick.
So you have to do down forward 3 and then slide to forward to get into flamingo, and then 2 back 4 the moment you've got into flamingo, basically.
Alright, hold on. Oh, 2 back 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do... Oh, my bad. You know what? This character says... There we go.
Yeah, like that.
And that doesn't gel, does it?
It only gels on counter hit, I believe. So that's guaranteed on counter hit. But if you just get hit by the down forward 4 on block, or it's not counter hit, you'll be able to duck the rest of that, I believe.
Okay. Alright, nice. So what other moves are transitioning? So like I know there's is it down 3-4? That's the most common one.
Yeah.
What other stuff transition that makes you go into stance? So we got down forward 1-3, down 3-4. Is there any other ones that kind of go into stance? You said 4-4 forward as well.
Yeah. So like I said, your forward 2 puts you in right foot forward. -2 on block, +9 on hit.
Yeah.
His back 4, which is a counter hit high move, puts you into right foot forward.
Nice.
You can also do down forward 3 cancel. So to cancel it, you press forward after doing down forward 3. It's actually quite a good tool of just getting into stance, especially from far away, because it has like the armor on it is I think it's unique to Hwoarang, the armor on it, because it's sort of when he gets hit while going for the armor, he kind of stops, and it kind of lets you confirm whether or not you can finish, or you should finish the full string. Like I think that's something that's unique to Hwoarang. So when he gets hit in the middle of the armor, he sort of pauses, and it gives you a chance to either go for the move or just cancel it and then go for... sorry about that.
No, that's cool.
Go for some down 3-4 pressure.
So
or something like that.
I've seen people do this pretty fast. What's the technique of doing it really fast?
I kind of do like a cute... It's like the way... Because of the way I hold the pad, I just do down forward 4-3. And then like I'm just like sort of sliding. So I'm just sort of sliding down forward 3, down forward 3, down forward 3. Like I don't do it very often, but it's sort of just like a sliding, almost QCF motion. And then the more you do it, the more you practice it, the easier it becomes.
Okay, nice. So let's talk about the stuff that he's got in his stances. So the stuff that he has in his stances, talk to me from the left foot. Is it left? What's the stance again? Left foot? Is it left foot forward, right foot forward, or is it?
So there's left foot forward, regular stance, right foot forward, left flamingo, right flamingo, and then back turned.
Cool.
Back turned and then back turned, right foot forward.
Okay, cool. So yeah, talk me through the stuff that he has in these stances, man. The stuff that you can use. Let's talk about the ones, the regular left foot forward and the other one, the right foot.
Okay, so I talked about regular stance and his tools within that. But then when it comes to right foot forward, you know, I think one of his, I'll talk really quick about 3.3. He got a buff that a lot of people thought was crazy, which is that back two. So you can see that it's actually +4 on block. And I thought that was going to be really strong because a very common thing for Hwoarang to do in right foot forward when they have some kind of plus frame just go for down forward 4.
Yeah.
I thought you wouldn't be able to step that now because they made it +4, but it's actually still quite easy to step the down forward 4 after it. Like that hasn't really changed. The only thing that has changed really is you can't mash after you've blocked that back 2. You cannot mash because that will get you for the full frame trap there. That's the only real difference from that. And obviously, even I guess the only time it's really annoying is in situations like your back's in the corner and stuff like that, and you just can't step. You just continue to take follow-ups and stuff like that. But that's one of his good tools from right foot forward. There, it's also a counter hit knockdown and gives guaranteed flip oki. And he also has a move that I really like from his right foot forward, his down 4, which is the stomp.
Yeah.
+5 on hit, only -11 on block, so that's just a nice move to have. Its range isn't very good, but it's really good for, like, I think wake up at the wall and when you're just in their face dashing and just go for it. I think that's really nice to have. And also one of his more powerful tools as well is his backlash in right foot forward. One thing a lot of people know about, you know, counter hit, power crush, high launcher plus on block.
Yeah.
And also one thing that's quite special about Hwoarang is, so a lot of people know about his back 3.
Yeah.
You see there's actually -19 on block. Very, very strong with Punisher. Is great damage, like 70+ damage combo. But he also has access to his Plasma Blade. That's what's called Plasma Blade from other stances.
Okay.
But when it's in another stance, it becomes -13.
Oh, so when he's in right foot forward, it becomes 13.
He can do it in, I think he can do it in every stance that isn't Flamingo. And when he does it in a stance that isn't regular stance, it's going to be -13 instead of 19.
Bruh, I did not know. I thought all of them were launched. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, when it's in other stances, it's actually -13, which I think -14 would make more sense at least.
Yeah.
But we don't question the devs. They
do their own thing, man.
Yeah.
And then talk me through. So obviously backlash, 3-4. You got from the right foot forward. How do I do the Flamengo? Just back 3? Is it back 3? No, it's not back 3.
So to get into Flamingo from right foot forward is the same as regular stance, except the other foot, so it's forward 4. And then you get into right Flamingo. And to get into left Flamingo, you'd do forward 3.
So you get that kick animation no matter what.
Yeah, so in right foot forward, you get forward 3. And then you can, it's really weird. You actually you can also cancel it and go into back turn for some reason. I've never found a use for that. I've never ever found any use for going to, maybe for some kind of funky combo. You could do it into something, but I've never found a use for cancelling it and going into back turn.
Yeah, that's quite crazy. So, in his Flamengo, what are the options from the left? This is left foot one, right? So what are the options that I can use from left foot Flamengo? Show me the options.
So left Flamingo is notorious for down 3-4. Is probably his most important move from left Flamingo. -15 on hit. Very, very strong mix-up tool. Very, very strong low that he has in his stance. That's probably his most strongest tool in left Flamingo, I think. He also has his 3 forward, which sort of just is a way of just... it's mainly used as a combo extender. It's not something you should really be just doing like this, because you can sort of just jab him out of that pressure or walk it or do whatever. Like it's not real. He has his forward 3, which is a counter hit mid launcher. Also +4 on block, and this was a season 3 change. So when he does, so it's 2 moves. When he does CD3 and also left Flamingo forward 3, because they're +4 on block, that means if we both jab, my Hwoarang's jab is going to win every single time after this, because his jabs are 13 frames of Flamingo. This was a season 3 change.
Wow.
So what you really want to be doing after blocking this is most likely moving. If you have a low crush option, go for that. But obviously, you have to worry about counter hit. But movement is your best bet to go for after blocking those moves. And my game is bugging out right now. Oops,
Yeah. All right, cool. Back.
Yeah.
There we go.
So yeah, your best bet is moving. And he also has 2. So one thing as well, I'll tell you real quick. A lot of people like to dick jab when he goes into Flamingo just to stop his pressure. And why that isn't so good for left Flamingo is he has 2 low crushing launches that he can do.
Yeah.
Which is up forward 3-4, the hunting hawk.
Yeah.
And also left Flamingo up forward 4. And those are both low crush and give full launches for Hwoarang if you just try and a lot of people just try and dick jab when he goes into Flamingo. And then if you time it right, you're gonna get you're just gonna low crush those and he's gonna have full launches on you. And he also has another counter hit launcher in left Flamingo back 4. -8 on block, but it's actually very good because with Hwoarang, when he goes into, generally speaking, you want to step Hwoarang whichever way his stomach is. So when he changes stance, you want to step that side. And then in left Flamingo, obviously you want to go around to your left to step him, but he has his back 4 there, which is a way of sort of keeping you in check and keeping you honest, and also as a counter hit launcher. So that's sort of what it's really there for, just to stop you from moving around to his weak side.
Okay, cool. So anytime he's in right Flamingo, just step to where his belly is.
Yeah, whichever stance he's in, you generally want to step to whichever side his stomach is on.
Okay. All right, cool. So I think we covered left foot Flamingo, right foot Flamingo. Talk to me about his throw setups, because I know he has one throw setup that is really I'd say it should be removed, but yeah, I know there's a couple other ones that he has as well. So teach me some setups, man, that you can do with his throws, or if he has any Oki setups.
Yeah, so he has probably the throw I've been screaming to get removed since the moment I saw it, and that is the back 2+4 into the guaranteed back turn 4. That is a full 56 damage with flip Oki, and I always tell people because you have to take this when you've broken the throw. You have to tech roll and block that. You have to tech roll into that. So basically what it means is once he hits that throw and he gets his 56 damage, you then have to get up and block into a -6 situation. Like there's so much going on with this that's so messed up. Yeah, I always say tech, because if you don't, that running 3 is guaranteed. If you stay down, he can do forward 3 if you stay down, and then just get more pressure from there. And if you back roll, he gets, so if you back roll from here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I did it wrong. Hold on. So if you back roll from here.
Oh my gosh.
That's a full 99 damage if you decide to back roll after that throw. I don't know why it's still in the game. I thought in season 3.3 that would have been like one thing that definitely went, but it's still here for some reason. So yeah, don't back, always tech roll. I think in general against Hwoarang, what you want to do is tech roll, because all of his, so why that is now is because in season 3 they made it so every single plasma blade that he has from any stance will always hit grounded and flip.
And be minus 13 if stand and block heal.
They actually used to be minus 12 actually.
Yeah, that is crazy. So then what about like, so he has other throws as well, so show me like the other throws that he has.
Yeah, so that was his back 2+4 throw. He also has his quarter circle back 1, so quarter circle back 3.
Yeah.
Which is kind of it's a similar situation, but with this one, if you tech roll to the right, I believe, you'll completely evade it. You can get up and block the back 3 in time.
Do I have to side roll to the right, or
I can't, I think it's to the right, because a lot of people when they can completely just block it.
Yeah.
Just by getting up and blocking. If you tech roll to the right, I think you just completely evade the move. Like I think there's nothing really guaranteed off of this throw, but there's a bit of a mix up to it as well because he can do down back. Like he can do, there are things he can do. You know, there's nothing guaranteed for real, but it's a bit of a mix up in waking up because it's not a great Oki position, but there's nothing really. Staying down isn't too bad because you only get flipped with the back three.
Yeah.
And then you just get straight back up.
And you got space in it, so it makes sense.
Yeah. But you can just back roll and block it. But if you're not fast enough with your back roll, you're gonna get full launched for a combo with the back three.
Yeah. So what other ones does he have? He has the.
So he also has a down back 1+3.
Oh.
There's nothing guaranteed from this. You can back roll, you can get up back roll and block the back three. There's nothing guaranteed. It's just sort of a mix up whether he goes low or he goes mid. But there's no real, besides like his down 3-4. There's nothing really threatening to make you get up and block low. I think after this throw, I don't think. But you have to get up and back roll. And that's the thing with if a lot of the time, if you just get up and back roll in time, you will be fine.
So what's the other one? He has one where he steps and kicks you down as well.
Yeah, that's forward 2+3. So that one, there's nothing guaranteed after this. You can just back roll or tech roll. There's nothing wrong there. Only at this so if you just come towards me, only at this situation at the wall, there is a sort of a dash back 3 you can do,
Okay.
which will flip you, but it's few and far between you get into those situations.
So I can't get up after that. I tried to get up.
I'm not too sure. I've worked on it. Some people I've played against have just got up and blocked the back 3 completely. Some people get up in the wrong time and then they get launched. So I'm not 100% sure on this, but you can get up. I think it's only when you're like literally
kissing the wall.
Yeah, kissing the wall and not in a weird axis, like you can get up and block it. That's the only time. But for the most part, you can get up and block that back 3, and there's nothing really bad about that throw. What I really like about this throw though is that it'll always swap sides no matter whether or not it's broken or not. So it's sort of a get out of jail free card if you're back to the wall.
Yeah. What is it? Is that 1+2? Yeah.
1+2. Yeah.
Right. Let me see the animation when I break it. Oh, so it always switch sides no matter what. Okay.
And then there's a setup he can do where you have to take the throw, and when he's in right foot forward, and he does forward 3 and he buffers it.
Yeah.
You can't duck the throw. You have. There's no way for you to duck the throw. You have to take it. Once you get hit by that and he buffers it. So.
What? That is this character. I didn't know that. All right, one more time. Let me see if I can duck. Yeah, I can't duck.
You can't duck the throw once you block that.
So that means you can always change side. Then basically, if you do that, I can't. I will always have to break the throw, and you can change side. That's the real mind game.
And obviously, the only way to mitigate that is to duck the forward 3 itself. You have to duck the forward 3 the moment it comes out. If you don't duck the forward 3, that's always going to be you have to take the throw and break it.
Is the throw more faster when you do it from that? Because it seems like it comes out quite fast.
I think it's because you buffer this, so you do forward 3, you do the forward 3, and then you just press 2 forward while holding on to the, you know what buffering is. I don't need to explain it.
Yeah.
Because you buffered it, I think. Hold on. Yeah. Like it's still 12 frames fast, I think, but just because of like the way you go, because I think it's because this recovers so fast. Because the forward 3 recovers so fast, and you instantly go into the throw, that's why it looks so fast, I think. That's why it looks so fast.
So like, hold on. So is it forward 3?
Yeah, so it's forward 3 and then
like, oh my, this character is so good. Yeah, there's, all right, so you've taught me the stuff that I can use from the stance. I feel like there's some moves that I've seen as well that we haven't talked about, like, you know, sidestep forward. I think is a really good move that leaves you into right foot stance.
Yeah, so he has a bit of a sidestep mix up. He has sidestep 3-3 and then a sidestep 4. What I use them the most is probably if I've just done a wall combo and then you're waking up, that's when I sidestep and then you have to guess my follow-up. Sidestep 4 +5 on hit, and you know that's another one when you get into that same frame trap mix up. Also forces crouch. So another one you get into those mix-ups. And then sidestep 3-3, you can just do sidestep 3 by itself, but as you can see there, it's -12. And the second if sidestep 3-3 is a high, which obviously you can duck and then punish or whatever.
Yeah.
So they'll both leave you in a different stance. Sidestep 3-3 leaves you in left flamingo, and sidestep 4 leaves you in right foot forward. They're both counter hit launches as well. So yeah, I keep forgetting I don't have my binds. So sidestep 4 is a knockdown like that, and then sidestep 3.
Oh, sorry. Let me out for it.
Yeah, gives a kick up like that. And I completely forgot. One more thing about Hwoarang's throws is when he does them from back turned, he can actually do throw mix-ups, basically like King.
Yeah. So if you do the 1+3 break, then I have to break with 1. If you do the 2+4, then I have to break with 2. Not the generic throws if you face it from front.
Now the only mix-up is 2 and 1+2.
Yeah.
So you can do the 1+2 break from back turn. That's his right foot forward throw, which is 1+2 break. So there's a 1+2 break, and he can also do the 2 break as well. Wait, that's not it. It's hard to do this without my binds. There we go. And you can also do the 2 throw, which leads into that.
So that throw where you put me on your foot and throw me down. What is that? Is that only from back turn?
That's only from right foot forward.
Okay.
So right foot forward, and then just do a generic throw input. You get that throw. She used to do 50 damage in season 1, but now does I think 45.
And that's just a what break is that?
That's 1+2.
1+2, yeah. From what I could, yeah, 4-star. All right, cool. So you've told me all the stuff that you can do. I wanted to ask like a few more stuff, like he's running free, stuff like that. Do you think this is good to kind of like start up pressure to open up, or because it does cover a lot of range. When you look at like characters like Hwoarang that has running free, he's very linear. You can sidestep. He's running free, whereas Hwoarang's one seems pretty fast, very quick.
So Hwoarang's running free is quite good, but it's not as bad as Hwoarang when it comes to being linear, but it is very linear.
Yeah.
I've been killed a lot in tournament just by doing lots of running 3, and then they step it, and then I'm screwed because it's quite a big whiff.
Yeah.
But it's quite, once it's blocked, it's +6, so he has a lot of frame traps after that. Counter hit launches you can do if you push any button. There's also a shortcut to doing it, and False God actually taught me the shortcut. If you do forward 3+4 and then forward 3, you can do it quite fast.
So if you do forward 3+4,
forward 3+4 to switch stance,
yeah,
and then forward 3, you can do it pretty fast, like almost instant.
Whoa. Okay, I see.
Like you're basically getting forward 3, but the moment you switch stance, just do forward. I don't know how he found that out, but it's literally because you can literally do it. Like we're right here, I can literally do it right in your face. Like I'm doing running moves right in your face. And I'm like, it's a little shortcut that Hwoarang has. I think it's because forward 3+4 sort of acts as forward itself sometimes, because a lot of people mess up his combos because they do it wrong and they get that instead.
Yeah.
So it's a shortcut because it's just instant pressure basically. Like imagine if Claudio could just do forward 2 like this, I think that's really good.
That is crazy. So obviously you could do the running free. I would say so like he's down forward 2 as well. We didn't speak about down forward 2. Down forward 2 obviously being the generic down forward 2. That launches people running in, people pressing buttons, but it doesn't launch crouch. So it's like just the generic properties of the down forward 2.
It's a generic safe down forward 2, it's quite good. It launches everyone except crouches. And the Koreans actually, one thing, if you ever watch Korean Hwoarang play, they love his down. They really use his down forward 2 a lot because it's quite a good at down forward 2. The only thing I'd say bad about it is range for punishment. Like he can't launch stuff like Steve full crouch down forward 2 and Master Raven's up forward 4/4, which are -15. So that's the only thing that really holds it back. But other than that, it's a very good down forward 2, especially for it to be a safe launcher. And one thing about Hwoarang is his combo damage is so good that, you know, those are things that are really important for him to like be able to safe launch, be able to launch safely and then deal lots of damage from there. You know, get to the wall and deal with his wall pressure. One thing that's very important.
Nice. When would you say is the best time to place the down forward 2? So like obviously, you know, I know that with most characters when they have a generic down forward 2, it's best sometimes if they try to do like down forward 1 and try to do jab or stuff like that, you could do down forward 2. But do you do down forward 2 with Hwoarang with like after any moves, or is there any certain situations that you do like maybe like a plus frame move and then sidestep and then do down forward 2 or anything like that?
I mainly use his down forward 2 as like sort of a sort of situation confirm. So say I'm playing against someone and they're using lots of like linear pressure and just really in my face, like I'll just do quick sidestep down forward 2, because if it works, I've launched them, and if they block it, oh, it's only like what, -7, like it's not that bad, you know. Yeah, I've given up my turn, but either way, I have no problem blocking after this. And also if you watch the Koreans play, I remember we were both at that UIUFC and we got to play Cherry Mango and Low High. I played Cherry Mango in the mirror, and he just used the down forward 2 whenever he felt like, because there's no reason not to. It recovers quite well, so it can make it quite difficult to launch it. Its range, because outside of punishment, his range is actually quite nice for a down forward 2. There's slight evasive properties, like against Marduk, his down forward 2 will like reliably crush Marduk's jabs and launch him. So it kind of depends on who you're playing, how you're playing, just what you want to do. Like some, especially the Korean players, just throw it out whenever because there's no reason not to. And it's really good in like up close to use a little sidestep down forward 2. Like it's a very good down forward 2. So just use it whenever you want, really. But obviously, if you're overusing it, it will obviously come back to hurt you. But that can be said with any move, really.
All right, cool. So what we're gonna talk about now is his combos. I know we're not gonna dive in too much to his combos, because I know it's kind of like I just want to know what is the fillers for his combos. Because I know, is it like forward 4, and then I can't remember. I ain't played this character. Is it like you 4, 3, 4, back 4 or something like that? Is that right or am I wrong?
So that's like his old season 1 combo.
See what I'm saying?
4, 4, 3, 3, 4. Like that's the old. Like when people still do that combo now, I look at them like you're leaving so much damage on the table. So what he can do, he has like 3 layers of difficulty to his combos, I'd say. So they mainly come from the enders. So if one of the normal ones I use now is like up 3, and then it's kind of the same as the 4, 4, 3 combo, but instead of 4, 4, 3, you just use up 3. And then 3, 4, back 4, and then you run into your follow-up. But the difficult part for Hwoarang's combos really come for getting the pick-up here. That's something a lot of people struggle with, especially when they're first learning Hwoarang, like dashing up into the right foot forward 3, because you have to switch stance and then do the forward 3 without trying to mess it up. And the trick to it is just never let go of forward. A lot of people will switch stance, stop, and then do forward 3, and that ruins it. But what you've got to do is just never let go of forward, and then you can just get your follow up from there. And then his optimal best combo that you should be doing, especially this season, is his forward 4, back 3, and then into this damage, and then do whatever you want for the ender. Like forward 4, back 3, that's the combo you should be doing now. When you launch, I used that combo back in season 1, and it was a bad idea, because the reason why everyone started doing it in season 2 is because they buffed the recovery on right flamingo back 4. They buffed its recovery, so that meant you can dash in and get the forward 4 reliably, rather than some of the time if you're lucky.
So what would you do after tailspin then?
So after tailspin, there's a lot of things you can do, especially if we're talking about that specific combo I just showed. On Forgotten Realm and floor break stage, your best bet is to do running 3, because it gives you a nice break and leaves them face down. You can run up if you're going for wall carry. You can just do up forward 3+4. If you want more damage, you can do 3 slide 4. If you want more damage, you could a lot. I've seen some people dash up and then do 1, 2, 4 back 4. So 1, 2 into flamingo. But you have to get like a really deep dash on that. And what I do is I go for deep dash right foot forward right foot forward, forward 3 after that combo. But that's like the hardest. That's the hardest combo you can really do after it. Because you have to like dash really deep and then get the stance switch and then get the forward 3. It's like if you practice it, it's not that difficult, but it just takes time to really get that consistently.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go into his wall combos. So what's the wall combos? Because that's the one thing with Hwoarang that I don't know. Like I know some stuff like very vaguely, but when it comes to the wall combos, like I just don't know. I'll set it to wall, so then you can kind of show me. Hold on. Wall, think switch. That should be okay. Yeah, here we go.
So his wall combo is the simple one is just well, there's like the most simple one you can do.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I was trying to do key charge to try and get you to the wall.
Yeah. The most simple one you can do is down 3-4, down forward 4 into back 3.
Yeah.
That's literally the most simple one. Very easy. It doesn't work on Marduk and Jack. I think they can actually get up and block the back 3. So you have to be careful with that. And then there's the one that basically everyone uses, which is you have to go right foot forward, forward 3, and forward 3, and then 3, forward 4. It's the input's really weird to say.
Say it again. Say it again. that lost me.
It's 3, forward 4. Oh yeah. There we go, like that. So once the 3 connects, it's then you do forward 4.
My right foot, yeah. Forward 3.
In left flamingo.
Oh, okay.
3, forward 4.
Oh. And then what do I do after that?
3, forward 4.
3,
like
4,
that.
4. So I'll do and 3. Wait, hold on.
So once that 3 connects, then you do forward 4.
Okay.
You can sort of see it.
I get what you mean. So once I do, so I do. Hold on, let me go into it again. 4. What? And then 3, forward 4 from there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that 3, forward 4.
So and then 3, forward 4. Okay. Well, let me try it just from this. Ooh. Oh wait, I need to be in flamenco, right?
It's left flamingo.
Oh, is it left? Okay.
Yeah.
What? Nah, you know what? I'm so confused with this character.
It's so much easier to say it is hard. It's so much easier to explain if you could see it. It's like 3,
and then
4.
When I'm in this stance here, yeah, when I've just done this, so I've done this, I do 3, forward 4 from there.
It's just the first kick. It's just the first kick. So the 3.
Oh, that's why I'm messing up. So hold on. And then 3, forward 4.
Like
Okay.
that.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's it. It's once you understand it, it's so simple, but explaining it is so ridiculous for some reason. I don't know why.
So in combos, so once I've hit them against the wall,
restart back to the wall.
yeah, show me one more time. You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's just easy. No, all right. Boom, 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 boom. All right.
Like that.
Okay, cool. Sorry. All right, cool. Is there any other things that you can do against the wall in terms of wall combos? That does damage.
So against male characters except Leroy and Raven, you can do forward 4-2. So
Whoa.
it's forward 4-2, forward 3, and then 3 forward 4. Like in that one, you miss out the forward 3, and you just go straight for the 3 forward 4 in that one.
Yeah.
You go for the wall splat.
Oh, hold on.
Like that one's a bit more inconsistent on smaller males, and yeah, it's a bit more inconsistent on smaller males, and it won't work on any female except Raven. And then his hardest wall combo is the sidestep 3-3, and to do that one, you've got to like time it to when he's basically like just about to touch the floor, and then like that wasn't it. Like it's really hard to do when you just explain it, but like there. Like when they're just about to hit the ground, then you hit the side step 3. That's his hardest wall combo, and it's something that you have to kind of get the timing for and do it over and over again. You mainly do it in like once you've done the wall carry, you know, you've done the combo, whatever, you've got them to the wall, and then you walk in and then you do the side step 3-3. But that's his max damage combo. But it's really difficult to do consistently and over and over and over again. So I'd recommend, like, especially if you just learn the character, just go for this combo. Like that's the best one in my opinion. Or if you're still struggling with that, just do the down forward 3-1 and go for that instead, because that's quite a good combo as well. Its damage is quite nice, and it also flips them Faroki, so I quite like that combo.
Nice. So let's go into his rage drive, because the only one rage drive that I see is the one that everyone uses, which is the down 3 plus 4.
Yeah.
No one really goes for the upward 3 plus upward 3 plus 4. And I wanted to ask why. Why does no one use the upward 3 plus 4 one?
So that one's only really done for, or the way I use it is for combo extending to get the wall. Because it carries them very far. It also gives a second tail spin. So that's why you'd mainly see it used. Like, I know some Hwoarang players who will just use it in the open to just sort of get a bit of plus frames, but the reason they'll more use the down, what to do with my the down 3 plus 4 one is for the or it also launches if you neutral block, and also 4 launches in the back as well.
Oh, okay, go on. I won't move. Go on.
Yeah, you can just do something like that. Dropped it. But yeah, that's basically doing the back. But yeah, the reason they only go for this one is because obviously it starts off with a low, and you'll get a little bit of damage there, which can kill. You know, in end match situations that could kill. And then you're +7, you force crouch, and there's stuff you can just go for. You can't interrupt and stuff from that position. So that's why you mainly see this one. You know, +7 just gives you some pressure to go for. And the other one is mainly done as a combo extender from my experience anyway.
Nice. And then his rage art as well, because I see that his rage art is done in Flamengo, but can you sidestep or anything? I know Geese can parry. I know Leroy can parry, but I'm unsure if Jin can parry it, right, as well.
I believe he can, yeah.
But is there any way that any of the other characters that don't have parry, can they like sidestep it or anything like that? Because it's pretty much safe, isn't it?
So if you have an evasive move, you can get around it. So for example, Hwoarang in the mirror, he can do back 1, and he'll completely evade the rate. He can also do forward 3, but that one's a bit more risky because forward 3 will evade it, but in certain axes that can be a bit more difficult. But their back 1 will consistently get around it. I know that Armor King can do back 1 plus 4, his evasive move. I think Paul can do his evasive shoulder. There are lots of, like, Kazumi can also, I think it's up forward 2 or something. I can't remember the move. I played against Mihawk a while ago and he was doing that to avoid the rage art. If your character has an evasive move, try it out because it might work. But yeah, it really just depends whether or not the character has some kind of evasive move that they can go for.
Okay, cool. So would they have to do it before it's activated, or?
Oh no, you can do it. You can do it once you're in. Hold on. If you just. So you can literally the moment you get free, you can just mash it.
My gosh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's wow. That's why I don't think it's that great of a rage art, because it's safe, but a lot of characters can just sort of do that and then do whatever. Like, yeah, it is great to have a safe rage art, but the thing about Hwoarang's rage art is he can't, if you have a rage art button and you do it from regular stance, he can't use it as a panic rage art because you can just hit him out of it and count him. You can just hit him out of it.
Okay. Oh, I did not know that. Did not know that at all. So, is there any tips? Closing this out. Is there any tips on how to fight against Hwoarang?
So fighting against him, like I said,
or dealing with down 3-4. Sorry, not to cut you. Down 3-4 as well, because I know that's a common one that everyone asks me. Is how do you deal with it? And obviously you're a Hwoarang player. So is there any tips on how to like fight against Hwoarang and the down 3-4?
Yeah, so with down 3-4, your best bet is you have, once you block the second hit, you have to stay ducking. I think most people know this. They just struggle with doing it in practice. And then you have, once you've stuck the second hit, you have 14 frames to do your punish. Like you can't do 15 frame launches or whatever because the forward 4 will catch you for a counter hit launcher. There are some characters that doesn't mean anything to. Once they've ducked down before, they're fine. Like Lily's while standing 2 will crush the forward 4. Kazumi's while standing 2 will crush the forward 4. So those characters, once they duck down before, they can launch with no problems. And one thing that you can do instead, just to be safe, is do once you duck down 3-4, because it is like doing a 14 frame punish all the time can be quite difficult. I know I play against Dinosaur quite frequently, and when he ducks down 3-4, he instantly does while standing 3, because no matter what button I push, I'm gonna get counter hit launched for it. But your best bet is, if your character has one, is go for a full crouch move once you duck down 3-4. So for example, Anna full crouch down forward 2, gonna get a launch. Brian can also do his, I think it's full crouch down forward 4, his northern cross. Marduk can do, I think it's down forward 3, full crouch down forward 3, get a launch on that. Like it's just about finding your option a lot of time against Hwoarang. But generally speaking, down 3-4 doesn't have great tracking, so even before you've got to the mix-up part, you can sidewalk it. You want to be going, I think, to the right against it. Generally speaking, like you can just get space. Oh no, the down 3-4 itself has poor track. The down 3-4 itself doesn't have great tracking.
Okay. Nice. So
but yeah, and generally speaking, when he's in any flamingo stance, you want to be stepping whichever way his stomach is to evade most of his key moves from there.
Oh, serious. So anytime he goes into flamingo, if he's to the left, go to the left. His belly's facing to the left, go to the left. If his belly's facing the right, then go to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice. That's nice, man. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me on this Teach Me series. I appreciate it. I know you've been doing your thing with the streaming stuff and content creation as well. If you can plug your socials, I'd appreciate it so that people know how to find you.
Yeah, no problem. My Twitter is Kung Fu Kobe. My Twitch, K_Wist_. YouTube is just K-Wist. Instagram as well, K_Wist_. And I think that's it.
All right then, man. Thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Teach Me. You don't know where to find him now, so you lot can go and check him out. He streams quite frequently and he puts out content as well, so go and check him out on those. And yeah, it's been your boy King J signing out. Take it easy. So yeah, bro, thank you very much for the time, man. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. It's fun doing this.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. I need to get you in on one of the lobbies as well, man. Obviously when I finish Final Fantasy, because right now that's been taken over my soul right now.
No problem. I've heard the same from lots of other people.
But that game is amazing. It's definitely like the best game I've ever played on PS4 right now. So
I want to wait until like all the parts are out before I get it though, because I don't want to part and then wait. Nah,
you can't. You have to, because it might be years. It might be years.
It's like, that's the thing. But then imagine playing it, and then you just have to wait. Like, I'd rather just not touch until it's all done. Like, yeah, let me just play through the whole thing one really quick session. Well, not quick. It's gonna be like 100 hours plus.
But the game, I'm in like 25 hours of the game. The game is mad. The game is like 40 minutes long.
Then you just left.
No, 40 hours. Sorry,
finished,
hours. Like. Nah, it don't matter, bro. It's Final Fantasy 7. Like, I saw you playing like Persona 5. Persona 5 is like bare long, but then it leaves them to a cliffhanger, no? Into the next game.
Persona 5 is done. Like, Persona 5 is its own story. Like, once it's done, yeah.
How long is it? It's like it's bare long, isn't it? Like 60, is it 60 hours or something?
Minimum, I think it's 8. I think Persona 5, I think minimum was 80 hours. And then Royal, which just dropped this month or last month, was, I think there's an extra 30 hours of content that they've added in there. So like 100 hours, like minimum.
100 hours of, oh my, yo.
The game's addictive though. Like, when I first played Persona 5, I think it was in my second year of uni when I first like played the first one, and I made sure I had my like a really important essay at the time. I made sure I finished that essay before I started the game because I knew if I play this game, I'm not going to touch this essay. I knew I wouldn't touch it. Yeah. Like the game, once you get into it, it is addictive.
Nah, Persona 5 is... I haven't touched none of them. I saw that there was one fighting game with it with, I think his name's Kanji or something like that, the guy with the chair.
Yeah, I think Persona 4 Arena was the fighting game, but like Persona's basically like Final Fantasy. Like every number is its own self-contained story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like Final Fantasy, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Final Fantasy 7 is literally Cloud and everyone. Then Final Fantasy 8 is Squall. Final Fantasy 9 is Sedan. And yeah. I definitely get it. So yeah, bro, man. But yeah, no, bro. Appreciate it, man. I'll catch up with you soon. But again, I need to bring in a lobby with Joker and Dante and them lot as well. Get you on. Want to see some Hwoarang on stream as well. So yeah, man. I'll definitely be in contact soon, man.
I'm telling you, if you get me in those lobbies though, and I play Joker, it's gonna get toxic. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, it's gonna get toxic. I'm telling you now.
What's happening? What you lot got a friendly rivalry going on?
Joker, yeah, like it's the same with like Nuno. Like we love each other, yeah, but the shit talk is too much. It's too much. Like
yeah.
Joker randomly, like when we play, I won't even be playing. Like I remember he was playing against Nuno. We were just doing a lobby. He was playing against Nuno, and I was just sitting waiting. And then he must have perfect electric something. He was just like, "Yeah, eat that, big man." K-Wiz is shit. And I was sitting there like, I'm not even playing right now. Like, what did I do?
No, we're gonna get it happening, man. I think I'm probably gonna play a bit more Tekken, but I think most of the night is gonna be Final Fantasy. So I probably will play. I don't know if you're about on Friday, because Friday I'll probably complete the game and have it done already. But if you're around on Friday or anything like that, Friday, Saturday, then yeah, man, just jump in the lobby, man.
Yeah, no, just let me know, because obviously I'm streaming, doing my own thing. So I just whenever you want, I'm just calm, you know.
Alright, cool. I'll hit you up for sure. I'll hit you up and let you know.
Right now is a problem.
Yeah, it's too laggy. That's what I'm saying. Like when people ask, "Oh yeah, can you get this character to DGP?" I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Playing online right now is toxic. Like playing ranked is so bad. Like it's just unplayable, man. And I don't enjoy it. I will start getting angry. I'll start getting salty and be like, "No, I done this," and it just that's why I just play lobbies now, man. Lobbies is the way forward for me.
Yeah, same. Like whenever you want me, just let me know and I'll be. I don't want to play ranked anymore. Like if it wasn't for like playing like with my chat about and just chilling, like I would not enjoy this game at all. I don't think, especially ranked. That's
what I'm saying. If I never had these lot around and we wasn't doing lobby, I probably wouldn't even. I'd have to play something else, maybe Street Fighter or something. So
100%. Yeah,
man. But I'll definitely get in contact though and let you know for sure, man, when I'm doing it. And yeah, we'll get it happening, man. I know Joker likes to talk a lot of shit, mate. So you know. He's definitely a candidate to come in that lobby for sure. So I'll definitely get it happening, man. But yeah, man, thank you very much for your time, man. And we'll catch up, man. Alright, cool, bro. Alright, safe for that, man. Alright, safe, man.